Welcome back to Inglés 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the program. Welcome to Intermediate, class number 139. As always, I'm Kyle, and I'll be with you for the next 20 minutes or so. I think these sessions usually run about 18 minutes. And we'll start things off, as always, with a little review of yesterday's content with the verb to lend, prestar, to lend. So we lend things to people. To lend, prestar. And on the opposite side, we borrow. We borrow things from people. So I can lend something to someone. Or I can lend someone something. I lent him my pen. I lent my pen to him. He borrowed the pen from me. He borrowed my pen from me. He borrowed my pen. Who did he borrow it from? Oh, he borrowed it from me. But we're focusing on the verb to lend today. Every day I lend. Yesterday I lent with a T. This is an irregular verb. Lately I have lent. Yes. I didn't lend any money to my brother last month. I haven't lent any money to him lately. I lent him a film, a movie. I lent him a movie last year. But I haven't lent him any movies so far this year. I lent my friend 10 euros last week. I haven't lent him any money so far this week. So far, hasta ahora. En lo que va de esta semana. And so far, from the start of the week up until now. Anytime we say so far, we have to use present perfect. Okay? So ask me if I often lend money to friends. Kyle, do you often lend money to friends? No, I don't. I don't often lend money to friends. I don't think it's a good idea. No. So to lend things to people and to borrow. Yesterday, I also mentioned mortgages. A mortgage, which is a loan for a home, to buy a house. A mortgage. We can go to the bank and ask for a mortgage. We're asking for a loan, for a type of loan. A mortgage, which is a type of loan. Okay. Now, yesterday, we also saw to make it. To make it, which is to be able to attend, essentially. Poder asistir, poder estar en un sitio. I can't make it next Tuesday, but I can make it on Wednesday. No puedo asistir el martes, pero sí puedo el miércoles. I can't make it next Tuesday, but I can make it on Wednesday. Can you make it here tomorrow? I often ask people, I say, would you like to come to the radio? And they say, well, yeah, but I can't make it in the afternoon, or I can't make it at that time. So it's important for me. I like having guests on the radio, but it's important to have people that can make it at the right time, that can be here on time to record the show, to make it, to be able to attend. So please give me an affirmative answer. Can they make it tomorrow at 5:30? Yes, they can make it tomorrow at 5:30. Can you make it tonight at 11? Yes, I can make it tonight at 11. Can you make it tomorrow at 3 o'clock? Yes, I can make it tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Do you think you can make it tonight at 10 o'clock? Yes, I think I can make it tonight at 10 o'clock. Can you make it on Thursday? Yes, I can make it on Thursday. Can you make it at 2:15? Yes, I can make it at 2:15. Can you make it next Wednesday at 4 o'clock? Yes, I can make it next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Can you make it Friday at 12 o'clock? Yes, I can make it Friday at 12 o'clock. All right. Very good. I think we've beaten this structure enough. I think we've practiced it between today and yesterday. I think this should be fairly clear. To make it, as in to be able to attend or to be able to be in a place at a certain time. Okay? Puedes asistir el lunes a las 5. Can you be here on Monday at 5? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Can you be here? Yes, I can. Can you be here? No, I can't. All right. But to make it, to be able to attend, can you make it? All right. Let's move on now and take a look at our word of the day. Word of the day. All right, friends, it is time for the word of the day. Our word of the day today is desalentador, which we say in English, we say discouraging. The results have been discouraging. The sales have been discouraging. Yes, they didn't meet our expectations. They didn't reach our expectations. We're discouraged because the sales are discouraging, right? We're discouraged because the sales are discouraging. It's like we're bored because the situation is boring. We use the gerund here because we're creating the problem or creating the feeling. It's boring, so I'm bored. It's discouraging, so we're discouraged. But it could be positive. It's very exciting. We're excited because this situation is very exciting. But here, desalentador. It's discouraging. The sales haven't been going very well, and quite honestly, we're discouraged. Why? Well, because the sales have been discouraging. Discouraging, right? So another example, and we're looking at, well, an adjective here, a phenomenon that is common. When we have the ing ending here, discouraging, meaning it's causing the situation. And to be discouraged is the victim receiving. Okay? All right, now let's move on. Let's move into class number 139. And we have a structure here twice a year, 3 times a day, 4 times a month, 5 times a year, 6 times a day. So we're talking about times. Algo que se hace X veces al día, por ejemplo. Something we do X times per day, or X times a day, or per day. Or for example, I eat 4 times a day. I eat 4 times per day. But we usually say we usually use the article a or a. I go to the dentist twice a year. Suelo ir al dentista 2 veces al año. I usually go to the dentist, or the dentists, we can say, twice a year. Yeah, so I eat fish once a week. I like fish a lot, but I don't eat it very often. For some reason, I don't cook it myself, or I very seldom. Maybe I cook fish twice a year, but I eat fish once a week. So we say once, twice, and then we say 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6,000 times. Okay? But when we say una vez, 2 veces, once, twice. Now you could say 2 times, but it's more common to say twice, 2 veces. I cut my fingernails, right? My fingernails, mis uñas, my fingernails, twice a week. I cut my fingernails twice a week. I go to the barber once a month. So I have my hair cut once a month. I wash my hair 3 times a week. I don't wash my hair every day because I find if I wash it every day, it gets very dry. But I wash it maybe 3 times a week. Maybe every other day. Un día sí, un día no. Every other day. Every other day. I wash my hair 3 times a week. I eat bananas twice a week. I don't eat bananas every day, but I eat them more than once a week. I don't eat them 3 times a week. I eat them twice a week, more or less, approximately, twice a week. So yeah, I wear blue jeans 5 times a week. Not when I'm working, but after work, I put my blue jeans on. Usually, I would say 5 times a week. I check my email. How often do you check your email? Or how many times a day? How many times a day do you check your email? Or do you check your email every day? Some people only check their email a few times a week. I check my email a few times a day because it's important for my job. I get feedback and I get emails, things that I have to do. So I have to check my email every day. Yeah. I check it several times. I probably check it 10 times a day. Yeah. I make phone calls 2 times a day. I don't make very many phone calls. I probably get text messages 3 times a day. I receive phone calls 2 times a day. I make phone calls, 2 or 3 times a day. Twice a day. I make phone calls twice a day, I would say. On average. Okay, so frequencies. And when we're asking for frequencies, remember, we use the question word. We say how, but we say how often. How often do you go to the beach? Well, I go to the beach twice a year. Ask me how often I go to Canada. Kyle, how often do you go to Canada? I go to Canada twice a year. Once or twice a year. I always go at Christmas. And I sometimes go in the summertime. I go to Canada at least once a year, but I usually go twice a year. Vocabulary of the day. All right, let's take a look now at the vocabulary of the day. Our 5 words of vocabulary. The first word today, proceder. Proceder. We say to proceed. To proceed, proceder. Suponer. To suppose. To suppose, suponer. I suppose you're right. Raro. Now, there are many ways to say this. Raro. It can be strange. Or here, what we have in our list for today is unusual. Unusual. It's unusual to find or to see Eskimos in Madrid. In Spain in general. It's very unusual to see Eskimos. Very strange. Very unusual. Inferior. Más bajo. Lower. We say inferior, but in the sense of más bajo. Lower. My seat is a bit lower than yours. You'll see the stage better because your seat is higher and my seat is lower. Lower. Milagro. Miracle. 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 It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Miracle, we say. All right. And I would like to move on now. We have about 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes left. Let's move on and take a look at our translation list. Translation. Yes, friends, it is time for our translation list. List number 48 today. So as always, I will read the sentences in Spanish, and I'd like you to repeat out loud in English. Are you ready? Are you sure? Number 1. Me miran como si fuera de la luna. They look at me as if I were from the moon. They look at me as if, como si fuera, as if I were from the moon. Number 2. Me siento incómodo. I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. Number 3. Tenemos que hacer algunos cambios. We have to make some changes. We have to make some changes. Number 4. Significa mucho para mí. It means a lot to me. Para mí. It means a lot to me. Number 5. ¿Cómo se dice pan en árabe? How do you say bread in Arabic? Árabe, Arabic. How do you say bread in Arabic? Number 6. ¿Qué significa esta palabra? What does this word mean? What does this word mean? ¿Qué significa? What does this word mean? Number 7. ¿Quieres decir que ya no quieres trabajar aquí? Do you mean, ¿quieres decir, do you mean you don't want to work here anymore? Number 8. Tenemos que mejorar estos resultados. We have to improve these results. We have to improve these results. Number 9. Sigue mis consejos y te harás rico. Follow my advice and you'll become rich. Follow my advice and you'll become rich. Number 10. A veces me siento muy solo. It's true. Sometimes in this studio, a veces me siento muy solo. Sometimes I feel very lonely. Yes. Number 11. Mi trabajo me pone en contacto con mucha gente. That's true, too. My job puts me in touch with a lot of people. My job puts me in touch with a lot of people. Number 12. Él ya no fuma tanto. He doesn't smoke so much anymore. Okay, good. I hope you did well on that. We're completely out of time, so I'm going to stop there. But I'll be back in a few minutes with the advanced portion of the class. See you then. Bye-bye.